I just have to say this, and this is gonna be unpopular with some, but I really just don't give a rat's ass. Vanilla Ice isn't a victim. He truly isn't a victim. And when I was watching his recent interview with DJ Vlad, he was trying to make himself like he was a victim and that all these different people were picking on him and everything. And the fact remains this. And I understand. And let me preface this. Yes, Vanilla Ice is a good businessman. Yes, Vanilla Ice made some great moves as far as his financial endeavors. But I really don't care about all that. This is just about his character and the way he comes off. I don't really care if he had two pennies to rub together or not, or whether he lives in this mansion, or whether he lives in a studio apartment or a boarding house. The thing I care about is his character and him as a human being. So this commentary is about that. And we're going to keep it at that. So anyway, Vanilla Ice was just portraying himself like he was a victim and everything. People were picking on him and people were just misunderstanding him. When in actuality, Vanilla Ice put himself in them situations. And the Suge Knight thing notwithstanding, but I'm talking about the situations where apparently he was caught by some journalists lying about his background. And I do remember that. I do remember, I'm a Gen Xer, by the way, FYI. I do remember listening to interviews or watching interviews where Vanilla Ice would say all these fallacies about his background. And when he was exposed about said fallacies, he was acting all dumbfounded and gave a Scooby-Doo look. And I watched those Vlad interviews just to see if Vanilla Ice would admit that he was wrong then, and that in hindsight 2020 he should have came out and kept it real with the public and his audience. He did none of those things. He was acting like his hero Donald Trump and omitting certain items or tidbits of information about his background and what he said or mentioned in past interviews. And I just really didn't like that. And DJ Vlad, if he was a true blue journalist, he would have pressed him on those things. But he didn't do that. DJ Vlad just went all fluff on him. But it's interesting, because, I get it with people like a Vanilla Ice or people of the fairer persuasion, he isn't going to go there. But with people of the darker persuasion, that's a whole other story. But Vanilla Ice is like, oh, yes, I'm a yes, these people did this to me. They did that to me. Vanilla Ice, you did some of that to yourself. When are you going to take accountability for contributing to your own screw ups? Yes, you're financially comfortable. Yes, you have all these mansions. Yes, you have untold cash. But I don't care about that. I care about how you are as a person, how you present yourself as a human being. Let's take away your cash and your business savvy from the conversation, and let's talk about what you mentioned during your past interviews about your background and whatnot. And I see that you're still mad at Arsenio, when the very person you should be mad at is yourself. You can't. When you was doing that Arsenio Hall interview, you was acting all arrogant and full of yourself and acting like, well, I didn't say this or that, and you couldn't really come up with anything to say. But when Arsenio Hall found out some discrepancies about your background and everything, you had that same Scooby Doo look on your face. But I understand, you know something? We live in an era where people are just gonna back up other people's bullshit no matter what. Where don't let a lie, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story is going to be the gospel. So I understand the times that we're living in. I understand that nobody values ethics in journalism anymore, and that sensationalism, and that whatever makes the people feel good is what people are going to gravitate to. And Vanilla Ice is no exception to that. He was saying, well, you know something? The kids like my ninja rap and people like Ice Ice Baby and all this other stuff. And I don't know. I just, when I was watching the interview, I couldn't help but get an arrogant and kind of low key prejudice vibe to him and whatnot. That's what I got. That, well, I'm better than all these other rappers out there and whatnot because I got these houses, I got these cars, I got this and I got that. Vanilla Ice has no class to me. And I understand that, you know, Rodney O and Joe Cooley, whose music I like and whose video I watch called You Don't Hear Me Though, their music video was shot at Vanilla Ice's mansion and whatnot. And I understand that Vanilla Ice was, you know, name dropping some black rappers because this is the thing that some particularly white celebrities do if they're caught doing some very questionable things. If they're caught, they will get like another black celebrity and say, well, this person is my friend, and hide behind that person. I.e. Flavor Flav, I.e. Old Dirty Bastard, I.e. Tupac, i.e. Chuck D, i.e. KRS-One. And it's very questionable whether he is actual friends with KRS-One and Chuck D. But if he happens to be that, then that is just very disappointing on their ends too. But I just had to call this out. Vanilla Ice is no victim. And please, for those who are gonna be in the comment section, I don't really care about how much money he makes. I don't really care about his business savvy and all that other stuff. This dude isn't a victim. This dude isn't somebody that should be felt sorry for. He's just acting like his hero, Donald Trump. So, audience, tell me what you think. Let me know in the comment box. This is Iron Will Media.